That's perfectly fine with me. He can hop in whenever he has to.
I'm here, but Discord wasn't picking up my microphone. I got unplugged.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. What is good, CSBA? We are live tonight in Hawaii as we are ready to see the Rainbow Warriors play against Boise. And I'm in the booth tonight with Aaron Hughes. What is good, my man?
Not much. Looking forward to seeing these two teams match up together. Hawaii lost a close one against Navy last week. Boise State kind of demolished Wyoming. But this one should be good.
I think it will be. I'm always ready for a good game here as we've white chocolate going off the screen for wide open three there. And I'll be honest, you threw me off for a moment when I said, like, what is good? And you're like, oh, not much. It threw me off. I'm like, wait, what? Is like everything okay over there?
I've got a lot on my mind right now, to be honest with you.
I feel that. As Letterman is able to go to the basket there for an easy 2 points to put Hawaii in the board.
Yeah, and this game should be incredibly interesting. Both these teams very much balanced as far as scoring goes. Boise State in that win against Wyoming had 6 players score in double digits. Hawaii had 5 scored in double digits.
Yeah, and as Wes was able to make a post move there just inside of the paint to go up for an additional 2 points for Boise. As Carter is blocked, but he picks up his own rebound, passed out over to Rubel and back to Carter. Wait for a screen play develop, but he shoots a 3 instead, and he hits it.
Yeah, like I said, this game should be pretty close, pretty back and forth. Again, a lot of really good scores on both these teams. Roughly half or more than half of each team scoring in double digits in their last contests. So expect this to be very much a knockout, drag-out brawl, a slobber knocker, if you will.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Volcator's able to get honestly, a pretty much easy basket over Carter there. Is a bit of a mismatch for him, as I like to call it, a barbecue chicken. And Carter himself is blocked as he goes to the rim again. That's his second time he's been blocked tonight.
Yeah, that's one thing that Boise State did really well in that game against Wyoming was their defense was extremely difficult to deal with, as there's Reza Red, who tries to get through there, gets fouled by Ethan Letterman.
And that's one thing here, though, is Boise is pretty good defensively, but at the same time, Hawaii, they've been pretty efficient here, just around the perimeter as well.
Yeah, Hawaii has some pretty prolific three-ball shooters. Aki Hernandez coming off the bench. Ethan Letterman, though not super great from beyond the arc in that last game, but still a capable three-ball shooter. Aaron Starks as well.
Really is quite interesting to see these two former rivals, I guess you will, as they both played in the Big East against each other and rather came to Hawaii. And I'm referring to Ethan Letterman and Aaron Starks in this case, as Eaton played on Pitt and Starks played on Cincinnati.
Yeah, but coming together for a common cause that is potentially beating down the Boise State Broncos, though it's not starting off great. Currently down by 4, Boise State with possession.
Here's Boise didn't like what they seen, so they're going to take the ball back out to the top, try to let the play develop. As there is a screen by West, ball pass back to him, over to Chocolate. He is just dribbling and making moves. He is blocked by Rebel. Hawaii gets the ball to take it up the court and transition. Letterman shoots it just inside the three-point line, but it is no good. Ball out to Red, shoots it once again, misses. Rebel gets the rebound there.
Yeah, Bam Bam Rebel, a highlight in that last game against Navy. Finished with a double-double, 17 points, 10 rebounds. Also had 2 assists to his credit as well. So Bam Bam proving to be the leader on both sides of the court right now as far as on-court play goes.
I wish you could see my faces as you're just saying that. I'm just sitting there just like in shock after that dunk. Oh my gosh.
Fair enough. Hawaii gonna go ahead and call a timeout. Hawaii struggling from the field at the moment. Only 2 of 6 points. 4 of 6 right now.
Yeah, Hawaii's starting to struggle here offensively, and really it's partly because of Boise's defense that you've even lamented on just moments ago.
Yeah, Boise State's defense again was the highlight of that game against Wyoming. Led, of course, by Javad Storm, who in that game was 12 points, 11 rebounds, and a steal. So double-double for him as well on the other side for Boise State.
Sturks is able to convert off a nice little floater there in the paint, pulling Hawaii up, back down by 4 now. And, as they say, defense is what wins championships, or in this case, this game potentially.
Indeed. Again, the defense for Boise State, definitely the highlight. That is a deep off-balance 3. Can't get that to go.
I mean, not a bad shot take, but odd form, and it likely would have been better to get your stance, and oh my god.
Prince Royal clearly was ticked off by that close loss to Navy and decided to come out with a vengeance here.
I mean, Kyle was sitting there laying on the floor like, man, I wish I could remember that player's name. But it was, I'm sure Wired still has the picture somewhere whenever he was dunked over in Blacktop. Where he just said, I've fallen and I can't get up. As Stark's able to make a nice move there, drops the defender and able to convert.
Yeah, Noble just got put straight on his behind by the Hawaii player there, whose name I immediately forgot as soon as you mentioned it.
Storm able to be found open in the paint after he cut through, putting Boise up. And we can see here that they're shooting at the exact same percentage.
Yeah, Boise State still up by nature of free throws, I believe, at the moment. Of course, had a couple more threes that landed as well.
Absolutely. So get the ball up to. Go ahead.
I was going to say we saw something similar to this happen in the LSU Oregon State game for the longest time. Both those teams were back and forth the entire game, shooting almost exactly evenly. But I believe it was Oregon State at the time was ahead because of how many more trips they took to the charity stripe.
Yeah, I remember that. Actually, yeah, we're both calling that game as well.
We sure were.
As it appears, Braithwaite's going to get a jump ball here.
Ooh, Braithwaite against Javad Storm, 6'5" shooting guard versus 7'1" center. Obviously going to favor Storm, but we've seen crazier things happen like that.
About to say I have my money here on Braithwaite. Apparently, it worked out pretty well though.
Yeah, sometimes height not advantageous in a tip-off. Surprise, surprise.
Sometimes it is reaction time, as some height doesn't always equal fast. I guess you could say in this case, or ability to get up high.
To be fair, it takes a lot more to lift 7'1" than it does 6'5".
Oh, it does, and even then, just to move in general.
With a nice putback there.
Yeah.
He's got 4. 6-point lead now for. I'm sorry, 7-point lead now for Boise State.
Starks with the ball. Does a couple crossovers. He blocked by Javad Storm. Bones.
Blocked more like stuffed like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Ugh.
Yes, it's a bit early in the season for that, but I don't care.
The player I was thinking of earlier, Tyler Cross. That is who I was thinking of. The infamous pitcher. Anyway, starts the ball over into the corner. Back to Starks. Gets a screen and he shoots it for 3. Unable to convert as it hits off the back of the rim.
Called for reaching on the other end. So Boise going to have an inbound with 3.1 left. Probably just going to launch this up as soon as it's in his hands. No.
Nearly, though. And it allowed him time to get his feet set as we were sitting here at the end of the quarter. Boise is up. We'll see you in a moment, CSPA. And we are back. Boise is up 20-11. So what are your opinions right now on the game, Aaron? What do you see that stands out?
I mean, Boise's defense is still incredible as usual. But some of Hawaii's looks haven't been super great. There have been some defensive lapses, but again, Boise State's defense, their ability to crash the boards, definitely a huge advantage right now for the Broncos.
I noticed that it appears as if the Broncos have been able to get a few key mismatches as well down the post and able to convert on it, as they just did in the previous play, as West was able to go up and over Letterman for 2 points. Letterman goes up and in, and completely avoiding the screen and blowing by his defender for the easy layup as well.
I think that's the first time I've seen a play-action screen. Like, that's the only thing that I can really kind of equate it to. Bailout pass there by Ka goes awry.
I mean, right call, but poor execution. Sadly. Which, I mean, it is a very difficult pass to make. I give him that as well. Although I remember, what was that? Oregon State? No, it was Hawaii and Navy that were making insane bailout passes previously.
Yeah, it was. I remember that game. Also, by the way, just noticed that both of these teams have a player named Noble II.
Wait, they do?
Yeah, Thomas Noble II for Hawaii, Nathan Noble II for Boise State.
Oh! Yeah, I forgot about that.
More you know.
As we get the ball to Letterman for 3, coming around the corner, unable to hit it. Good look, though, off that. Just sadly was
Good
that.
strip by Rubble.
Yeah. Carter goes,
And
post,
gets
post,
it
and gets
smacked away. Yikes. Not good there for Hawaii. Definitely needed to convert that off of that steal.
Yeah, they absolutely needed it. As Boise's able to convert off of that one, but
Boise
I
shooting
hate
it
to say it like this, but you'd almost think Carter would likely change up his looks by now, because I think that was either the 3rd or 4th time he's been blocked in the paint this game.
And Letterman gets blocked, gets his shot smacked off the backboard. Carter launches up a 3 and makes it, though. Boise State going to call a timeout after that.
It can't allow them to get hot, as this Hawaii team, once they get going, it's hard to get them to stop as well.
Boise State right now shooting at just about 60%. Hawaii was just under 50 prior to that look. Carter.
Ball to the wing off the screen. Tries to size up his defender. It goes up. Ball is stripped, and it is Hawaii's ball.
Yeah, stripped, but they'll call it off of Reza Red's leg, I guess.
Must
advantage,
be.
Advantage Hawaii, though. The Rainbow Warriors definitely gonna take this gift that they've been given by the refs here.
I mean, clearly they rolled a nat 20.
Indeed, they did, and Letterman comes off the screen, knocks down the triple.
Here comes the rain of the Hawaii threes. I mean, actually kind of fitting. I mean, as they are the Rainbow Warriors, so what comes before Rainbow? Rain.
Also fitting for the flight path of these particular shots. Rainbows.
That is true. Is Letterman able to size up his defender there and shoot it up?
Yeah, Letterman's
just outside of the post.
Yeah, Letterman's got 12 now, and don't look now. Hawaii's only down by 2. Bit of a run here for the Rainbow Warriors midway through this second quarter.
As the ball is poked out by Carter, unable to steal the ball though.
Substitutions preparing to come on for both sides now.
Blocked by Hernandez. As we get Carter going back to the basket, and he is able to hit that one off the bank.
Yep, Hawaii ties it up now, 26 apiece. 3:25 left to go.
White Chocolate dribbling back and forth over Letterman, able to convert. Letterman to rebound up court to Rubble. And they are good with Hawaii having the lead now, 28-26.
Yeah, I don't know what Hawaii's changed in that last timeout, but Boise State's been held on the back foot. The reins hauled in by the Warriors.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a, well, not even a bit, this is a severe momentum change here in the favor of Hawaii, as it appears that Boise's efforts have just been stifled up to this point offensively, and defensively haven't been able to make as much ground as they previously had.
Good block there. Who was that?
That is Aaron Starks with the block. Well, he's one of the shortest point guards in the league.
5'9" guard there is White Chocolate doing what he does best, knocking that shot down for 3. Former Iowa product.
Stark gets the ball up to Rios, and he is fouled by Javad Storm in the paint. Rios will be able to go to the line for 2.
Rios not a big contributor offensively in that game against Navy. Only put up 2 points, but did have 5 boards to his credit. So, for Rios, definitely one of those that contributes more on the glass than in the scoring column. That's the word I'm looking for. Good Lord.
And honestly, you don't need to be on the scoring column to have an effect in really any game. I mean, yeah, it always helps, but really, rebounds, just playing good defense, anything like that, it is, I mean, even in my opinion, the biggest benefit of a player. I mean, only one person can be scoring in each possession, but everyone has to be playing defense.
Braithwaite pops up the 3, not able to get it to go. David Kavasi with the putback. I'm going to struggle saying that man's last name every time.
Ball up to Ka. Down the Noble. The second, Starks defending. He goes up over Starks, and he is good.
Yeah, Hawaii 1 point lead now. Nathan Noble currently 4 points, perfect from the field tonight for him so far. Starks fouled by Deshaun Bones, so he'll go to the line for 2.
At the line, Starks.
Storm going to head off now in favor of Paul West.
Which Starks is a pretty proficient shooter from the free throw line. He was able to convert the first, about to take his chance on the second. And it is up and good.
Yeah, Hawaii with a 3-point lead now. Both teams perfect from the charity stripe. Boise State only 1 trip to the line. Hawaii with 2 so far.
Hard screen, but unable to convert off of it. Great with the ball moving in transition, as they will let the defense set up and get their offense flowing now. Appears they'll look to get the ball to Starks. We'll get a screen set on now. He's being double teamed in the corner over to Rios. Opts not to shoot as it's out of his range, but he shoots it anyway. Bounces off the back of the rim. No good.
Yeah, kind of had to shoot that one with how late in the shot clock it was. They did have a man open for a moment, wasn't able to get it to him. And that's a nice lob to Paul West for the alley-oop.
Bit of an easy look there, as there was a defender nearby, but he was able to get the ball where only West was able to get it. As Braithwaite gets the ball off a cut, and it's blocked. Boise moving through another block shot here, as Starks is able to get the ball moving back up the court. Let the play to develop a little bit, as there's only 6 seconds remaining in the half. Goes off the screen, shoots a 3, and it's good.
Yeah, that 3 pushed this to a 2-possession ball game. White Chocolate going to chuck it up from 3-quarter court. Can't get that to go.
And just like that, we are going into halftime. We'll see you here in a moment for the halftime report, CSBA. So, Aaron, what are your thoughts on the first half? What do you think? Well, let's start off with Boise here. How do you think they can improve? What do you think they had issues with?
I don't exactly know. Their defense there, especially late in that second quarter, just kind of fell apart, and I don't know the exact reason why. It could be because the rotations may have gotten a bit flexed in the shuffle. I can't exactly say. Boise State still doing well defensively. 7 blocks for them. Hawaii's beating them on the boards at the moment, only by 2. So it's still very much anyone's game, but Boise needs to find some way to contain this currently white-hot Hawaii team.
That's definitely the case, and really, I think, yeah, Boise has slowed off a bit there defensively, but even then, they haven't really been taking the what appears to be the best offensive shots either.
And Letterman going to be your highlight player of the game, player of the half rather. 12 points for him on 5 of 8 so far. Leading the offense at the moment for Hawaii. Haven't heard a lot from Rubble at the moment offensively. I expect that to change here in this third quarter.
Letterman goes through crossover down to the basket. No good for the layup. But White Chocolate is able to hit in transition.
Yeah,
He is
Chocolate's got 10.
Good.
Chocolate's got 10 now, currently 4 of 7 from the field.
Exactly what I was about to mention. He did struggle a little bit within the first quarter, but started to pick up in the second. And hopefully for this Boise team, he's able to keep it going here as he's able to hit his first shot within the half.
Yeah, Chocolate very much has kind of embraced his role as a kind of playmaking three-point artist in that game against Wyoming. 11 points, 8 assists for him in the win over Wyoming.
Which White Chocolate was blocked in the previous possession as they get the ball down to West. Out to Nathan Noble in the corner. He's no good, just inside the three-point line. Ball down to Carter as Hawaii moves the ball in. Bam Bam Rubber the ball in the paint. He pump fakes once, not twice, and goes up for the third time and converts.
Great moves there by Bam Bam Rubble. Both teams, again, shooting at a basically dead even clip at the moment.
Really, it's a matter of a battle of attrition now as which team will falter first. Bit greedy of a shot taken there.
Red currently 0 for 3 from the field. Banks that one off the back iron. Rubble with the move in the post. Pushes this lead up to 6 now in favor of Hawaii. Shout out to Coach Firebird redeeming that player card redemption for his main man, Dresscourt Wiesla for Wake Forest.
As we come out of the timeout by Boise, they'll get the ball down to West in the corner. Here's to let the play run as he gets a double screen, moves in, and Red is able to get the basket off the bank.
Yeah, both teams still shooting, again, basically evenly. Boise State with a small volume advantage, but again, those free throw shots that Hawaii has taken so far, leading them to this lead. And I think they're actually ahead of Boise State as far as threes made go as well. Hawaii going to call a timeout here.
Hawaii at 4 within the third quarter, 5 minutes and 36 seconds remaining. Gets the ball down to Thomas Noble, out to the corner, back to Carter. He gets double teamed, the ball is poked out. Rubbles gets the loose ball.
Rubble also got double teamed there, has to force it way outside to Carter. Here's Noble, the second in deep after a nice pick and roll.
It was a good look for Thomas Noble there in the paint as he's just completely wide open due to the double team. And it was perfect for Hawaii as well as they were really starting to run out of time off the clock.
Reza Red on the other end, able to drive in, make the layup.
Great look there for Boise as well. Letterman in the corner for 3, and he is good.
Yeah, Letterman really stepping up in this game. Didn't have a terrible game against Navy. Did struggle a little bit from the field, only 38% from the field, 25% from 3. Still finished with 10 points, though. He's about doubled that here or close to it as Hernandez gets called for foul on Paul West. I believe this is an and one if I saw correctly.
Indeed it is. So only gets one chance at the line, of which he converts.
3-point play there for Boise State. Still down by 4 with 4:26 left to go here in the third.
Screen for Starks. He goes into the paint. Up. No good. Gavassi able to get the rebound out. The Braithwaite still no good. Storm with the rebound.
Yeah, not a bad shot selection there, but Braithwaite probably really wanted to hit that as the attempt gets stripped, blocked away by the second chance effort from West.
Starks up. Off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Payne. A bit of a wild possession previously there for Boise as the ball was poked out by Starks and then blocked by, well, unfortunately I didn't see who it was, but just the culmination of what had happened just seemed a bit loco.
I'll figure out who 47 is for Hawaii. That is a 2. That is a 2. That is a 2, not a 7. That was Joaquin Rios.
I was confused for a moment when you said that. I'm like, is he meaning Joaquin?
Yes.
Oh.
The 2 on his jersey looks like a 7 to me for some reason.
It does look like a 7. That's just due to the nature of the styling of their numerals.
I hate it.
I think it's a nice aesthetic touch. As West is able to go up for 2, pulling the lead for Hawaii down. So now Hawaii's only up by 2 points, 46 to 44.
Still really back and forth here. Braithwaite with a nice cut and drive. Pushing it back up to a 2-possession game in favor of Hawaii. Again, both teams shooting basically dead even so far.
And it's pretty much neck and neck. Outside of that, really the main differential between these two teams is the threes, as we have a reach-in call on Joaquin Rios here.
Yeah, Bubka going to come on now in place of Paul West.
As Blackwood gets the ball out to Cub, back to back, Wooden.
Had his heel just a smidge out of bounds. White Chocolate going to check in now here for Boise State in favor of Blackwood with 2:26 to go.
Yeah, that was brutal. I'll be honest, at first I was questioning if I saw it, as apparently the ball's going to go right back the other way as Joaquin Rios is being called for an illegal screen.
Yeah, that the previous change of possession, not this illegal screen. Just a lack of court awareness, I think. Didn't realize he had his back foot over the line here. Doesn't end up hurting them because they get the ball right back after the illegal screen, but definitely could have been detrimental to Boise State had Hawaii scored off of that.
Well, especially, and even then, time's a ticking, just moving ever so slightly closer to the inevitable end. As they get the ball down to Gavassi in the paint, he works it a little bit, gets the ball back out to Rios. They are running out of time with 3 seconds remaining. Starks is going to have to force up the shot here, heavily contested, and he is no good.
I would have liked to see Kaftasi try and muscle his way through White Chocolate there. I don't agree with kicking that out. He had the slight mismatch, should have taken more advantage of it, in my opinion. Instead, Boise State going to shrink the lead to 2.
I mean, I agree as well, but it's possible maybe White Chocolate is just that strong that he was having trouble pushing around in the paint.
Yeah, that's true. White Chocolate could have that sneaky strength. Aaron Starks currently struggling from the floor, 3 of 10, as there's White Chocolate converting on their other end. He's got 12 so far. Starks, though, 9 points so far tonight, 3 of 10 from the field. Not great offensively for him at the moment as far as efficiency goes.
Efficiency, no, but at least up to this point, it isn't really affecting Hawaii's end goal, as there's 46 seconds remaining left in the third quarter. And there is a shooting foul called on White Chocolate.
I'm going to chalk that up to just a good draw by Kaftasi there. I didn't exactly see where the foul was, but the refs have a better look at it than I do, so I'm going to trust their judgment on this one.
I'm going to have to as well. The only thing I could see was Katasi's back. I mean, it's possible White Chocolate got a little bit too handsy and
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably more than likely what actually happened was White Chocolate got a bit too handsy, and in an effort to draw the foul, Katasi tried to put up a shot, probably knowing it was going to miss regardless, but drew the foul anyways. Makes both free throws, so Hawaii still up by 2 here. 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
And just to go off of what you had previously said for Katasi, assuming that he was going to admit, well, I guess I might as well mention this first, as we have an and one here for Ka due to a foul on Kataski. But I was going to say previously, he likely did know he was going to miss that shot, as he was more or less close to being behind the basket, so it would have been a very difficult shot to make then.
Yeah, it was also basically smothered by Chocolate too. Ka misses the and one attempt though, so it'll still be a tie ball game as Starks knocks down the triple out of nowhere. Man in his face says, "No worries, I got this."
All to the wing, back up to the top of the key to Red, ball screen. Red drives in, cuts it out to the right side wing. Goes farther, goes to bail out, and there's a loose ball foul on Bones.
It was an attempted pass that careened off of Volcar. And I guess in an effort by Deshaun Bones to try and get it, he was just a little too aggressive in his hustle. I
honestly don't know. At least in my eyes, what I saw, I thought that Bones already had the ball, and then they called the foul.
Yeah, Volkahar gets called for personal. A more cynical man would call referee bias toward Hawaii here, as that off-ball foul is going to result in a technical. Noble will get the shot and possession for Hawaii.
I'm going to be completely honest. I think that is the first technical foul I have physically ever seen in the CSBA.
They've actually come up quite a few times this season as Carter jacks up the three at the end. No good. They usually happen if there's an off-ball foul super late in the quarter. I think this is like the third or fourth I've seen so far this season. Fourth quarter action. Get those fours up in chat.
As we have the State Farm assist to the game here. Apparently it is Letterman getting the ball down to Bam Bam Rubble, him getting the man the shimmy, and he hits the shot in the post.
I mean, it's a good looking post move, but like,
Good play. I wouldn't. Yeah, I guess it's still an assist. Yeah,
I'm not gonna call it a bad play just for like a highlight assist of the game. It does not strike me as Reza Red launches that out of bounds. Boner was really starting
down there next to him. I would almost thought that the shot was blocked and just sent into the crowd.
Yeah, Boise State really kind of succumbing to turnovers at this point.
Seem to be somewhat consistent for Red whenever he has to be bailed out, of which Bam Bam Rebel able to go up over Bones with a near double team on him to convert for two.
Yeah, Boise State going to call a timeout here. Hawaii up by 6, 7.5 to go here in the fourth quarter.
So what do you think that Boise State will need to do to overcome Hawaii here in the fourth quarter?
That is a great question. I think we need to see more play off the wing. Especially right now, it looks like Boise's in a small ball lineup.
And Red will hit it at the top of the key. Hawaii with the timeout.
Good shot there for Boise State. Definitely a shot they needed to get back in this one, like I said. Getting it out, shooting it up from the wing. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some substitutions maybe for Boise State, because again, it looks like they're playing a very small ball type of lineup.
It does appear so that it could just be due to the rotations that end up happening, with which we have Letterman shooting the ball after coming off the screen at the top. The key did not convert the three-point shot, though.
Like, you've got Volkahar as a power forward. You've got Nathan Noble out there as a small forward as Carter gets that ball away from Reza Red, who's a point guard. You've got Ka out there, who's also a power forward. And I'm missing someone. Who am I missing? And then you got the Sean Bones out there. So you've got 2 point guards, a small forward, and 2 power forwards as your lineup out there right now for Boise State. Although, right now it does seem to be working as Boise State knocks down another 3-ball, pushes the lead down to just 2.
There's a ball. Letterman gets... He got annihilated off that block as well. I just went for blood off that.
Yes, Boise State now has tied it up, so this more small ball lineup at the moment definitely working in Boise State's favor.
But regarding Letterman, Letterman down into the paint, shoots it, but no good.
Realistically, this also could just be a more defense-focused lineup here for Boise State, which is why they've managed to claw their way back. Here's Noble with a deep 3, no good. Rubble tries to get the board, can't corral it. Bones comes up with, here's Volkahar driving lane, blocked by Rubble.
Bit of a crazy possession there for Boise, which they're able to use their defense to get the ball right back, moving transition, as Noble is blocked. I believe that was Letterman.
No, I believe that was some Noble on Noble violence, actually.
I thought I saw both the Nobles out there.
They are both
playing.
out there. 79 for Hawaii, 99 for Boise State.
As Carter gets a screen, shoots a 3, and he hits it.
That's an impressive shot there. Puts Hawaii up by that 3 points. See some substitutions on for Boise. Looks like Hawaii's going to potentially opt to run this lineup for the rest of the game. Letterman gets called for foul on Deshaun Bones, so it would give time for those substitutions to come on here for Boise State. It'll be interesting to see if Hawaii makes any changes as well.
Goes up. The first one is no good.
Yeah, on comes West. I believe that's Blackwood. And those are the only changes. West and Blackwood coming on here for Boise State. Bones goes 1 for 1 from the line.
Letterman takes the ball up the court. Passed out to Carter. Gets a screen, looks in the corner for Hernandez, and he hits it.
Aki Hernandez with a slightly open 3 from the corner, knocks it down. Hawaii really firing on all cinders now here late as Red gets stripped away by Carter, who knocks it through on the other end, also gets fouled by Noble. So Carter going to get an opportunity for a 3-point play here.
That is an absolute disastrous string of plays if you're a Boise State fan here.
Yeah, absolutely. The Broncos kind of starting to fall apart as Carter knocks down the 3-point play. Lead up to 8 now in favor of Hawaii. State has struggled this half from the charity stripe, only 2 of 4. Hawaii still perfect tonight, 8 for 8.
Chocolate goes up for 3, rims out. Carter with the rebound.
Chocolate struggled this half, only 4 points, hasn't hit from beyond the arc yet.
Bit of a poor screen there, passed out to Noble the second, shoots it from the corner, and he's no good.
Too far out of his range there, I believe. Noble's only got 3 so far this game.
As we go for an alley-oop to West, and he knocks that in. Really, that's what they needed. They couldn't afford a larger swing than the 6 points of what they already had, so pulling it back with their reins for a 6-point game here.
Yeah, much needed momentum shift there for Hawaii. Letterman, though, just going to knock up a 3 off a screen. Bang! Leads back up to 9 now in favor of the Rainbow Warriors.
And time's ticking here for the Broncos. They're sitting in with only 3 minutes remaining in the game. As White Chocolate goes up over Noble.
Poor Thomas Noble just got put on a poster by a man named White Chocolate. Oof.
Oh my God.
That's a blow to the pride, if anything.
Yeah. That.
Chocolate also knocks down the ensuing free throw shot, completes the 3-point play. 6 points still for Hawaii. Scratch that. It's 8 again because Ethan Letterman is on a different level right now.
Ethan able to get the easy basket there. Honestly, I can't get over that dunk that White Chocolate just had. He just said that he's like, I'm not going into that. Good night.
Coach G. Hart and Chad. That's how a white man dunks a basketball. Boise State calls a timeout now. 8 points the gap between Hawaii and Boise State. 2:43 left on the clock here. And I'll be honest with you, coming into this one, on paper, definitely Boise State the more favored team in this one. But Hawaii has really surprised me, especially with how hot they've been here late in this fourth quarter. Jordan Carter going to get your Jordan Brand player of the game here. He's been really hot, especially in this second half as well.
He hasn't really. He's been a focus of this offense all throughout the game. As I even remember in the first quarter when he struggled a bit, but they kept going through him, and he eventually found his rhythm and kept going from that.
Yeah, he's shown some great sniping ability from beyond the arc. Has showed some excellent shot creation, as well as White Chocolate gets fouled by Letterman. Letterman's on 3 fouls, by the way. Could potentially come into play here at the end.
I almost think that foul was completely intentional, as he did not want to end up like Noble off that one, as this was White Chocolate.
Fair and valid.
I mean, if you're going to foul someone, go hard.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. White Chocolate goes 1 for 1. Boise State still 50% so far in this half.
Noble able to convert there, which is a tough loss there for Boise, as now the lead is back to a 9-point game. Out to Noble in the corner. He shoots it no good. Likely would have been a 2-point shot anyway, as his foot was over the line. Hernandez in transition goes up. Misses as well. Chocolate with the rebound. Moves forward in transition. Pulls to the corner. Out to West. Red doesn't like the take. Pulls back. Gets a double screen. Goes into the basket. And a wild bailout into the corner. Trying to find... I believe that was...
Noble.
Yeah.
Like that, there was a smart decision to try and get it out to Noble. He was wide open from the corner, but just misaimed the pass. Something for Reza Red to potentially work on here as the season goes on. We've seen a number of times tonight that Reza Red has tried those bailout passes and hasn't been able to find his intended target.
Which every time that it's happened, it has been with good intention, just... There is still room to improve on execution.
Indubitably. As Letterman knocks down the first free throw, pushes this to a 10-point game with 1:32 left. Hawaii with a much-needed bounce back after that close loss to Navy. And just kind of proves that Boise State, despite what we may have thought, mid preseason, they're not unbeatable. They're not the indestructible team we thought they were. They are prone to make mistakes. That's a nice pass though to Paul West for another alley-oop.
Absolutely great look, and Boise's sitting here at best a 4-position game.
11 points here for Hawaii. Minute 13 on the shot clock, or on the game clock, rather. Noble knocks Paul West on his behind.
Which that is likely game here as well.
Red finally gets a bailout pass to his intended target. Noble jacks up the tray. Correction, that's a 2. They called his foot on the line. Team still shooting at exact even pace, but Hawaii, those 3 balls have definitely been the difference maker. Noble had the open look, opts not to take it. Rubble from beyond the arc, he doesn't take it either.
At this point, Hawaii is just trying to take as much time as they can to knock it off the clock. And Letterman, with around 2 seconds remaining, shoots it and converts it from just above the free throw line.
Yeah, 1 second now separating shot and game clock. So Boise State with a chance to potentially make this a single-digit lead. Red gets it over to Noble.
Shoots it and he is good, bringing Boise up to
Just a
71.
2. His foot was on the line again.
Oh. That seems to be consistency with him, as I noticed earlier in some of the other ones he shot, his feet just kept going towards the line. As Hawaii will let the clock dribble out, and they win in this game 80-71.
You know, you asked me at halftime what happened with Boise State. Now, after everything is played out, and we'll probably see it in the team comparison, I've realized it. The perimeter offense, the threes from Hawaii, absolutely won them this game.
Honestly, I would not be surprised if that is the primary factor what led to Hawaii's performance here.
As we get a look at team comparison, yeah, 6 more threes for Hawaii as opposed to Boise State. Shot twice as many threes as Boise State did in this one. Of course, fittingly also
still shooting at the same efficiency here as well.
Yeah.
And perfect from the free throw line as well.
Mm-hmm.
Making 10 of 10 compared to the 6 points that Boise was able to convert.
Yeah, I think those definitely the biggest difference makers here. Both teams pretty even in most other regards. Only 1 difference in fast break points, 10 in points in the paint. That leads in Boise State's favor. Only 2 more second chance points, 3 more points off the bench, level in assist, basically level in rebounds. Boise State dominated a bit in the defensive categories and steals and blocks, but turnovers the difference maker as well. Hawaii 14 points off 8 turnovers. Boise State only 8 points off 7. Definitely something Coach Storman's going to look at trying to improve going into next week.
Which it's also interesting to look at how Boise State's defense kind of cooled off here in the second half. As in the first, I remember they had 4 steals and 7 blocks, so they was only able to get 2 additional steals and 1 additional block following the first half.
Yeah, 4 steals, 7 blocks. So yeah, I did kind of see that too, right? I did mention that Boise State's defense kind of fell apart.
Mm-hmm.
I could not tell you the exact reason why, but that extra block didn't come until the 4th quarter even. So still a really close game. Again, a lot of good for both sides. Congrats to Hawaii. A big bounce back after the losses. We hit the box score.
Yeah, and we'll start off here with White Chocolate for Boise. 16 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. West going 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Red with 9 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, 6 turnovers.
6 turnovers, though. Good.
Oh my gosh,
Lord, I'm gonna see if that's maybe a single game record. Also, do want to point out too, in their win against Wyoming, Boise State had 6 players in double digits. Here they only have 2.
They do have quite a few close as well, but still not quite double digits. As we move on to Nathan Noble, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. Storm with 8 points, 2 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block. Ka with 5 points, 3 rebounds, 1 block. Going perfect from the line. Voltaire with 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. Bones with 4 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Blackwood with 2 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 2 blocks, and 1 turnover. And then we have Andrew Payne with 2 rebounds, no points, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 turnover. Going 0-4 from the line. Moving on to Hawaii, we have Ethan Letterman, 24 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 block, and 1 turnover. Going 4-7 from the 3-point line. Jordan Carter, the player of the game, having 16 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 1 turnover. Going 3-4 from the 3-point line. Starks going 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 block. Bam Bam Rubble with 8 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and really that is a nice stat line there for him as well. And even made a nice efficiency going 4-5 from the field with 3 offensive rebounds. Moving on to Thomas Noble, he had 7 points, 3 rebounds. Kavaski with 4 points, 4 rebounds, 1 block, and 1 turnover. Hernandez with 3 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block, 1 turnover. Braithwaite with 2 points and 2 turnovers. Prince Royal with 2 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. And Joaquin Rios, I really have to enunciate that, with 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and 1 turnover. By any chance, did you find out the single game record for turnovers in a game?
I did not see it in league news. I'm sure I could probably reach out to Webb or whoever's in charge of the record books and find out, but it's not super important. That record probably something forgettable for sure.
Yeah. Which, I hate to even say it like that, but 6 turnovers, I mean, that can make a difference in the long pacing of the game. I mean, that is 12 points alone, which can give Boise a win. But still, Hawaii had some issues on their end as well, so you can't really pin it directly on that.
Yeah, that definitely factored that those 6 turnovers were almost all of the turnovers that Boise State gave away in this one.
Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, this was a great game by both teams. Fortunate for Hawaii here, they end up coming out on top due to their performance in the second half predominantly. And, well, congratulations, Hawaii, for winning here against Boise at home. Any final comments?
Just one. Keep it locked here. The return of Profit in the booth alongside Coach Vance's Tennessee goes up against Providence for the 5th place game in the Maui Invitational. So definitely stick around for that. Should be a good one. A surprising matchup, actually. Tennessee, expected to be a really good team this season, finds themselves in the 5th place. Let me double check the schedule, actually.
I thought it was TCU and Providence.
It is TCU and Providence. What? Okay. Some things got shuffled around and other things weren't updated. It's fine. It's whatever. TCU Providence coming up.
And then Tennessee and Rutgers following that.
That's the one. Cincinnati going to take on Miami in the final game tonight. Again, keep it locked. CSBA. Be back here in a few